morning guys, and welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Hannah and thank you for joining me. So it's now Sunday today. I'm up, I'm dressed, you saw me make my morning cup of tea, and yeah, we're gonna have a very chill day. But I was going to pop in some footage of yesterday because I finally got my Christmas decks up, which I'm very happy about, very excited about. So I was going to pop in some footage of me putting them up, and then I'll show you some of my favourites and what they're looking like now. I did want to say, I don't want you to miss the main part of this video, so if you want to skip the Christmas deck stuff, I'm not offended, that's absolutely fine. I'll pop up on the screen what time to skip to. But I really need your feedback, I really need your help. So please, if you could, watch the second part of the video, because it really helped me out. But for now, I'm going to skip to past Hannah putting up her Christmas decks, and then I'll show you some of my favourites. Hey guys, so excuse the washing machine noise if you can hear that in the background, but I wanted to jump on and chat to you whilst I'm doing my Christmas trees. So as you've just seen, I have got one Christmas tree all up and lighted. I've decided to put it in here. We normally put it in the other room, but we've got a littler tree in there that I'll decorate as well, and I thought I'd just show you what we're doing. So for the big tree, I love quite traditional Christmassy stuff. So we've got lots of reds and golds, and whites. So we've got all sorts of baubles from all sorts of different places, lots from Cox & Cox, lots from TK Maxx, lots from garden centres. So I'm going to be putting all of those on, sort of start with the base baubles and then put some of the more special ones that we've got as presents and such like on last. And then I'm also going to be popping some pine cones and stuff in first, just to add a little bit more depth and sort of naturalness, especially with it being a fake tree. So that's the plan for this tree. And then for the other tree, which I'll show you is through here, I still need to do the lights on this one, we have gone for a sort of basing it off this black watch ribbon, and we've gone for blues and golds and greens. So we've got lots of baubles over here. And again, I'm going to go in with pine cones and maybe some orange slices, we'll see on that one. So yeah, hopefully it will all look very pretty. I've not done this tree, the little tree, with this scheme before. But I know that I've got plenty to cover the big tree. So we'll see how we go, and I'll show you as I go on. So I thought we'd have a look at the main tree first, and I'll show you some of my favourite decks. So this is what the main tree is looking like. We've collected a lot of the decorations over probably the last 5 years. So some are newer, some are older. I don't think I've bought any brand new ones for this tree this year. Well, there might be one, but let me show you. So the first thing I'll start with is these strings of sort of bauble-y type things. I love these because I decided to go no tinsel on my trees probably last year, just out of personal preference. I fancied something looking a little bit more rustic, and a little bit more stylized rather than like throw it all together. But Christmas trees are very personal, like everybody's got different opinions on them, and I love most people's. So I've got these beautiful strings of baubles. I've got 3 of them all attached together going up the tree. There's another one there. And they are from Cox & Cox, which I love. And I've got a few others from Cox & Cox. We've got these beautiful little glass ones with gold spots on. They're also Cox & Cox. So are these. I think these are the Tiger Bauble gold with sparkles on. All the Cox and Cox ones I bought last year. What else have we got? We have got lots from the garden centre. So these ones are just from our local garden centre. They've got gold glitter in them. And we've also got these red ones with little gold spirally bits on. And then we've got lots from TK Maxx as well. These big gold, like champagne-y coloured ones at TK Maxx. TK Maxx do beautiful baubles, but it's very, very hit and miss. What else have we got? These ones are from TK Maxx. I've got a red version of these somewhere. Yeah, it's an eclectic mix. We've also got some from the range, which are a much lower price point. The range is great for sort of like lots of filler baubles. So these ones were from the range. And then we've got sort of your standard golds and reds just to fill it out a little bit. I'd tell you where the star's from, if it focuses. There you go. I'd tell you where the star is from, but I can't actually remember. It might have been garden centre. It might have been the range. Can't remember. So that is our main tree, and I just love it. It's very, very much my style. We've got lots of like really special ones. We've got, what have we got? We've got some really beautiful lace ones that we were given as a gift. See if it will focus. Here we go. So we've got a little snowflake there. We've got a little bell up here. And then we've got this one I bought this year from the Christmas market. It's just a little penguin, looking very, very sweet. So yeah, we've got all sorts on this tree. We've gone for a warm gold sort of white light. And yeah, that's our main tree. We normally have it in the other room because we've got quite a lot. There's only 2 of us living in this house, but our furniture doesn't necessarily say that when you look at it. So normally we have the big dining table over here, but we've moved it and just sacrificed our dining table. So we've got the 2 chairs sat at it, which will be perfect for me and Chris. We're not entertaining any big family for any meals this year, or we're not planning to. Doesn't matter if we are, we can move things around again. But we decided to have a main tree in this room, as this is the main room we sort of sit in. So I'll go through and I'll show you the other one. So this is how our other tree is looking. I don't think I showed any of this one as I was putting it together. But this is a completely new scheme for this tree. So the majority of this stuff is new. I did something a little bit different with it last year, but it needed a lot of filling out. So we decided to go blues and greens, and then it ties in really nicely with the wall behind it. Might get a little bit of tweaking. There's a few gaps that I'm not quite so sure about, but I do really love the colours and scheme of it. So we've got lots of sort of dark blue baubles. It's all based off this ribbon, which is the Black Watch ribbon from Beresford's. We bought it off eBay, and I think it's a 7cm one. So that's running through the tree. I am thinking I could do more of the ribbon, but it's poking out in all sorts of places. As I say, I might tweak this one a little bit. And then we've got these baubles are from the garden centre. All the filler baubles are from the garden centre. We've got some different golds going on. We've got the little owls, and we've got a different colourway of the little owls as well. We've got some really pretty ones down here, which are green and gold. And pull the greens in a little bit. Then I've got pine cones and dried orange, which were on it last year. But I really love that sort of like just a little bit more natural, a little bit more rustic. It's quite like a rustic scheme for a tree. So I really love that. Probably some of my favourite baubles are these little glass ones, which I bought last year from Cox and Cox. But they're the perfect size for this tree. And when it's a little bit darker and you've got a light shining through, they go really beautifully gold and just fit really, really pretty. And I love a glass bauble on a tree. So then we've got a couple of little homemade ones. We've got our little robins. One's down there and one's up there. And what else was I going to show you? Oh yeah, we also got a couple more from the Christmas market, same as the penguin on the other tree. So we've got the little Christmas tree there, and we've got a little wreath down there. So those are our Christmas trees. And then I will show you some of the other decorations that we've got up. So, as well as the Christmas trees, we have the, I'm in the way of that now, Merry Christmas in the background. That's just my Christmas bunting. Might get tweaked a little bit just to make it a little bit more even. But that's gone up there. And then we've popped, sorry for the lighting in here, but obviously Christmas trees on and there's not much daylight today. It's very like grey, rainy, cosy Sunday. So we've got our stockings hanging on the end of the breakfast bar. I've got a gorgeous little nativity up there. I'm hoping you can see. That one was from Edinburgh Christmas Market. I can't remember the name of the company, but they're always there and they've got loads of wooden stuff and I just love it for something a little bit different. And then we've got another nativity scene, which is down here, and that is one where we were given it when we were much younger by our granny, so that one's really special to me, and that one sits down there. So those are our Christmas decks, and I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Okay, so I've sat down and I wanted to have a chat to you all and just be really open and honest, because I'm struggling at the moment. My channel's I'm not being able to produce the content that I want to produce. So I want to sort of know what your stances are, what content you'd like to see from me, whether there's any other platforms that you'd like me to be on, and stuff like that really. I feel like it's the time of year where you're expected to be absolutely overjoyed, really, really festive, and I've just been feeling very, very stressed and not quite myself, which I think has come across in the content. There's been less content than I'd like to have done. In my head I sort of thought, oh, Christmas, that's when like I'll really kick it up a notch with YouTube. I'd have loved to do 2 videos a week, but with work and uni I've just not got the time or the energy, and sometimes it's okay to not be okay, even if you feel guilty for feeling that way, especially this time of year when there's so much pressure to be like very, very excited. So that's how I'm feeling. That's why we've missed a few videos and we've just not had the time to do the big projects. And it's not like I've not got the ideas for the big projects. I've got so many things that I want to sew and I want to share with you, and I know what I want to produce, but I've just not got the time to produce it. So got a couple of things I'm thinking about, and I wanted to know really what your thoughts were and what you'd prefer. So I can either keep going how I'm going and basically produce what I can on YouTube. So sometimes it'll be bigger videos and bigger projects such as the blazer, and I know that you all really loved the cost video on how much these cost and comparisons to the shops. So sometimes we'll be like producing videos like that, and then sometimes it will be like a bit more a day in the life, or more like fashion content, makeup content, stuff like that, like more like lifestyle-y things that I can film what I'm naturally doing that week. So I can either go down that route and keep trying to do that sort of content, or I've wondered about maybe doing YouTube as that is my sewing channel, that is where my big sewing projects gets put, and maybe cut the videos down to more like once a month, maybe like twice a month if I've got time, stuff like that, and then having a different social media platform, say TikTok or Instagram, and doing much more like quick, snappy fashion content or lifestyle content. So let me know if you like and consume any other platforms. Let me know what you'd like to see from me, what sort of content you'd like. I'd also love to do things like Q&As, but it's whether I'd get enough questions to make it worthwhile. Like, I'd really love as much sort of feedback and interaction with you guys as I could possibly get. Like, that's what I'd love. So if you're not somebody who comments or likes my videos, on this video I would love you to be somebody who does, to let me know exactly what you want. Otherwise I can't produce the content that you want, and there's no point in me doing that, really. So yeah, I'd like to know your thoughts. There are so many things I'd like to do, and hopefully sort of in the summer months it might free up a little bit, because basically what I do is I'm an apprentice, so I work full time, and then at the moment, so sort of like September through till April, I'm at uni once a week, but that once a week is the equivalent of a full week of uni, so it's very, very work heavy, which is where all my time's going and is what's sort of adding the pressure. Whereas YouTube's my hobby and what I love doing, I'd love to give more time to that, but work and uni has to come first. So that's where I'm at. Hopefully over the summer I'll get more time, and I've definitely got lots that I want to make, lots of ideas. I've got a long list of projects that I think you'd love. But yeah, it's how you'd like it, really. I know this has been quite a weird put together sort of video, and this chat probably hasn't made too much sense. I'm hoping that when I edit it, it might make a lot more sense than what I think it does at this moment in time. But as I say, I'd love you to comment down below and let me know your thoughts, let me know what platforms you consume, the sorts of content you'd like to see, whether you're purely sewing or whether you're interested in lifestyle or fashion or beauty or anything like that. And yeah, just a little bit more interaction of what you'd like to see, and then I can pop a plan together for the new year. Sort of leading up to the new year, I've got a couple of Christmas videos to do. Hopefully next week I will film some wreath making, which I'll be doing with my family, so hopefully that will be a really nice, quite crafty video. And we'll see what else we can get done before the new year. But I'm not promising too much because I've got a lot on my plate, and as I said, mental health wise we've been a little bit like this recently, so hopefully I'll sort of lighten my workload a little bit and perk up, take the time that I need, and I'll be back in the new year with a really, really good strategy and source of content, really. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one, hopefully next week. So thank you very much, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.